Thank you. I'd like to welcome all of you, ladies, gentlemen, athletes, guests, our coaches, members of our school community, our Board of Ed. Welcome to our first annual Varsity Award Ceremony and Hall of Fame induction. We're gathered here today to celebrate and honor the incredible achievements of our varsity athletes, both past and present, and applaud their unwavering commitment, their exceptional talent, and their relentless pursuit of excellence. To our Hall of Fame inductees, thank you for helping to lay the foundation that we continue to build upon to this day. I'm thrilled to recognize and celebrate your success and contributions that you have made to the athletic program here at Putnam Valley. You've set the standard for excellence that all of our athletes in this room should strive to attain. Your contributions and accomplishments remain unparalleled to this day, and I'm honored to welcome you as the inaugural class of the Putnam Valley Athletic Hall of Fame. To our athletes, you've excelled in your chosen fields, pushing the boundaries of your abilities and inspiring us all. You've poured countless hours into training, sacrificing your time, energy, and personal comfort, all in the pursuit of greatness. Your grit, determination, and relentless work ethic have not only elevated your individual performances, but have raised the bar for future teams. We applaud our athletes who have mastered the art of teamwork, understanding that greatness is not achieved in isolation, but through collaboration and support. You've shown us the power of unity and the extraordinary heights that can be reached when individuals come together with a shared goal. Throughout the year, we've witnessed awe-inspiring moments that will be forever etched in our memories. We've marveled at the grace and precision of our cheerleaders as they defied gravity and claimed 2 section championships and a state bronze medal, the speed and agility of our cross-country and track athletes as they crossed finish lines, breaking dozens of school records in the process, and the sheer strength and determination of our wrestlers as they battled for section gold. We've stood in awe of our basketball players sinking 3-pointers and taking us on a magical trip to the state finals, our swimmers slicing through the water, breaking decades-old records, and our volleyball and field hockey teams executing skillful maneuvers en route to the section finals. Each and every one of you has left your unique and permanent mark in the history of the Putnam Valley Athletic Department. Beyond the accolades and the victories, you've become role models for our entire school community. Your unwavering commitment to discipline, resilience, and perseverance sets an example for us all. Your ability to overcome adversity, embrace challenges, and strive for continuous improvement is truly remarkable. Through your triumphs and tribulations, you've taught us the importance and the power of a strong mindset. Today, we celebrate not only your achievements, but also the countless hours of hard work, sacrifice, and dedication that have brought you to this point. We recognize the sacrifices made by your families, coaches, and supporters who have stood by your side throughout this incredible journey. As we honor our varsity athletes today, let us remember that the true essence of sportsmanship lies not in victory alone, but also in the values of integrity, respect, and fairness. Let us cherish the memories made, the friendships formed, and the lessons learned. May these experiences help shape you into the leaders of tomorrow, equipped with the skills and character to navigate any challenge that comes your way. Thank you, and let us all stand together and give our varsity athletes a round of applause. Thank you. So with that, we're going to get right into our awards presentation tonight for our varsity teams. But before we begin, I want you to understand the awards that you're going to see. You're going to see a number of different honors and accomplishments provided tonight. The first is going to be the Scholar Athlete Award. The Scholar Athlete is awarded to any student athlete who maintains a grade point average of 90 or above throughout the entirety of their season. The second award you're going to see is the All-League Award. That is the determination of the 10 best athletes in our league. Our leagues typically consist of 5 to 7 teams, and only the top 10 athletes in their sport per league will receive this honor. The next award you're going to see is the Rising Star. Each team is going to be presenting a Rising Star Award to a student athlete who has showed strong growth as both a leader and a contributor on the field. We're going to be awarding our Most Valuable Player Award for the most impactful player from each team. And last but not least, we will demonstrate and decorate our all-section athletes. The all-section athlete is similar to the all-league, except this is for the entirety of Section 1 and all of its member schools, teams, and programs. So without further ado, we'll proceed to the fall season. This fall was full of highlights, whether it was game day cheer, winning their first section championship in the inaugural Section 1 battle, field hockey made it to the Section 1 finals, volleyball earned their first league championship and also made it to the Section 1 finals, and Gabby Rodriguez earned her 1,000th assist. Aliciana Rukaj followed up on the season by being named Putnam Valley's first all-state selection. In cross country, both the girls and boys earned league championships, and our girls swim team earned the conference championship. We're going to start today's award presentation with girls volleyball. With girls game day cheerleading. To start, I'd like to welcome all of our girls cheerleaders that were scholar athletes to the stage. Maria Aguirre, Kylie Bowe, Gabriela Patino, Adriana Rouse, and Miguel Siguencia. Now would be a great time for pictures if you plan on taking them. Beautiful. So again, as we call our scholar athletes up, these are student athletes that maintained an average of 90 or above during the entirety of their season. Staying with game day cheer, now we're going to recognize our all-league athletes, Cameron Delamater and Adriana Rouse. And at this time, I'd like to invite up to the stage Coach Kelly Wilson to present the Rising Star and Most Valuable Player Awards.
Hello, I'm Kelly Wilson, and this is Nicole Dodona. We both coach Varsity cheerleading. So the Rising Star Award is going to a cheerleader who is new to cheering in the fall. This year, she has played a major role in our team's success. When competing game day competitions, she would captivate your attention with her facial expression, smile, and energy during the cheer. Her energy would put a smile on your face every time she competed. This energy and attention to detail won this team many points over this year. The Rising Star Award is going to Maria Aguirre. The Most Valuable Player Award is going to a cheerleader who has been participating in fall cheer for the past 5 years. This fall, she took on a leadership role and stepped up when we needed her the most. She was always trying new skills to bring the team to a new level. As coaches, we saw a different side of her. She was supportive and gave positive feedback to the younger girls on the team. The Most Valuable Player award is going to Shannon Contrell, but unfortunately she couldn't get off of work, so Emma Del Pascio is going to accept the award for her.
One more round of applause for game day cheerleading. All right, we're going to move on to our cross-country team. Our cross-country team runs co-ed, so there's going to be a lot of names here for you. We're going to start with our scholar athletes, Massimo Catartague, Nicholas DeMichael, Gabriel Girardi, Jonathan DeReyes, Michael and Zachary Fitzmaurice, Brandon Loha, Alexander Yagnatinsky, Isabella Albano, Julia DeMichael, Madison Keeler, and Gabriella Randazzo. As we finish up our photo op, we're going to start announcing the all-league honorees from cross country. Edward Bradley, Nicholas DeMichael, Jonathan DeReyes, Michael and Zachary Fitzmaurice, Isabella Albano, Julia DeMichael, Madison Keeler, and Gabriella Randazzo. Maddie, flip the sign. Flip the sign. All right, as we move on to field hockey. Oh, sorry. My apologies. Please welcome up Suzanne Sawyer and Tony Rush, who will be presenting the Rising Star and Most Valuable Player Awards.
Okay, we are presenting the Rising Star Award to Izzy Albano. When Izzy joined at the beginning of cross country, she had plenty of athletic experience. However, she had never run long distance before. By the end of the season, Izzy was running a full 5K in under 24 minutes. That is a formidable time for any female cross-country runner, but especially for one who has just started running 5Ks. So, Izzy, can you come on up?
For female MVP, Gabby Randazzo. Gabby ran her 5th cross-country season this fall. She broke the school record for a full 5K, again with a time of 19 minutes and 21 seconds. Gabby was league champion for the girls and led our girls to their first ever league championship, placed second at counties, was first team all-county, and the alternate from Section 1 to the New York State Championship. She also competed in her second Nike Cross Regionals, competing with the best cross-country athletes in the Northeast. Congratulations, Gabby.
Our rising star for the boys this year was Jonathan Duraeus. Jonathan went from running 5Ks as a freshman around 20 minutes, which is very good for a freshman boy, to, as a sophomore, 1 year later, hitting a time of 17 minutes and 43 seconds. 5K is over 3 miles, by the way, at counties this year, and being the second fastest runner on our boys' team. We are looking forward to what is to come for Jonathan.
And for our boys MVP, Eddie Bradley. Eddie was the reason that our team placed first in our league and why we were the 15th fastest boys team in the state out of 120 teams in Class C this year. He, being our 5th runner, was only 1 minute and 13 seconds behind our fastest runner, Michael Fitzmaurice. Team scores are based on the top 5 combined scores. You can have one fast kid, but if the other 4 are not close behind, then your team does not place first in the league or 15th in the state without a strong number 5. So our number 5 is Eddie. Thank you, Eddie. Congratulations.
We have one additional award that we'd like to present to Michael Fitzmaurice. The league championship plaque. Michael Fitzmaurice was our team captain for the last 2 years for the boys cross country team, and without his fine leadership and his formidable times consistently running in 17 minutes, we would not have been able to make this either. So.
Congratulations to all of our cross-country runners. From field hockey, not only do we have a plethora of scholar athletes, but they earned a Scholar Athlete Team Award. That means that more than 75% of the players on the team achieved over a 90 grade point average for the entirety of the season. Our field hockey scholar athletes included Gabriela Alvarez, Ava Burkle, Maggie Caputo, Faith Caravone, Isabella Serrato, Sierra Gabriel, Ava McGinty, Ava Harmon, Adrienne Jenis, Kate Nielsen, Maggie Sampson, Danielle Simon, Julia Toth, Isabella Walder, and Abigail West. Okay. As they organize that picture with all those smart young ladies, we're going to go into their all-league honorees. Ava Berkeley, Margaret Caputo, Isabella Serrato, Sierra Gabriel, Ava Harmon, Adrian Jenis, and Kylie Recupio. I got it. And at this time, I'd like to invite up Coach Tracy Parchin to present the awards for Rising Star and Most Valuable Player.
Good evening. My name is Tracy Parchin, and I'm here with my assistant coach, Katie Floor. So I kind of felt like choosing the Rising Star Award was definitely a tough choice for me, but I am very happy to announce that the athlete I did decide to give the Rising Star Award to is sophomore Julia Toth. Julia started on defense this season for us as a sophomore, and unfortunately got injured during the first game. She returned maybe mid-season and wanted to do whatever she could to catch up to the others and be back on the field. What sets her apart from her hunger for improvement. She approaches each practice and each game with determination to learn, grow, and excel. Her passion for the sport is evident with every move on the field. She exhibits great sportsmanship, respect for her teammates and opponents, and the willingness to work as part of a team. Her positive attitude and commitment to field hockey is an inspiration for those around her. As your coach, I will continue to help guide you down your path and to continue to provide you with the opportunities that you will need to shine even brighter. I'm excited to watch you play in your next 2 years in the sport you love. Congratulations to our rising star, Julia Toth. I guess she's not here. Oops. Do I just run into it? Okay. So for our Most Valuable Player award for the 2022 season goes to an incredible athlete who has left a mark on our high school field hockey team and still has one more year to go, Ava Harmon. From the first day of practice to the last day of the season, Ava displays great dedication, great skill, and a true desire for success. Her talent on the field is undeniable. She possesses an innate ability to read the game, anticipate plays, and execute situations. Ava lets nothing stand in her way. Not only does she push herself to be her very best, but also encourages her team to push beyond their limits and to strive for greatness. She is also always willing to lend a helping hand on and off the field, even when she already has a packed schedule to attend. It varies from creating team end-of-the-year videos to awards. For awards night, helping with jersey orders, or holding team bondings at her home, she always finds the time. She played center midfield for us this season, but again, could play anywhere I needed her to play. She had a great season, scoring 19 goals and 14 assists with a total of 33 points. She was also MVP of our Yorktown tournament. She received all section honors this year as a junior, and she was our team captain. You are a great example of what can be achieved through hard work, perseverance, and a true love for the game. I feel like yesterday I was just coaching at the modified level, and here you are, you're approaching your senior year. I am excited to see you play your last high school season this fall. Thank you for inspiring us all and making my coaching journey a truly memorable one. Congratulations to our MVP, Ava Harmon.
Our next team up is going to be football. From football, our scholar athletes were Stephen Brindisi, Sal Calicchio, Tommy Cunningham, Alexander Getzai, Caden Glenn, Nicholas Grippo, Charles Howley, Richard Meister, Kyle Mello, Christian Nolan, Marcos Oliveira, Hudson Speraza, and Jack Tran. Our all-league athletes from football: Alexander Getzai, Caden Glenn, Richard Meister, and Hudson Speraza. And at this time, I'd like to invite up Coach Ryan Elsasser and John McManus and Nick Lapadula.
All right, cruising through. For football, our rising star is going to be given to Caden Glenn. Caden has been a standout athlete in the program for a few years now. He demonstrated qualities that we strive for in our program. These qualities include respect, responsibility, commitment, and perseverance. He came into high school and dominated in the junior varsity level as a freshman, and he quickly became a leader and a top player at the varsity level his sophomore year. He's a great role model for the younger generations on how to be successful at any level of any athletic program. He has quickly become a player that the rest of the section watches for and plans for, and I know that he is up for that challenge. Due to all of the above mentioned, he received all league this past season. Caden is considered the rising star in our program because with all of his successes already, he is only on the first step to where he will rise to. Caden Glenn. Over there, Caden. Take a picture. Our MVP goes to Ricky Meister. Ricky Meister is our team's MVP for many reasons. He has a leadership quality that shines through while he is with the team. He has that rare natural ability in which his teammates follow his lead. Whether it's joking around or competing, he is able to set the tone in the environment that he is in. He showed this by leading our team in all-purpose yards, touchdowns, and interceptions. When we needed a big play, Ricky was usually able to provide one. The team rallies behind him in games and on the sidelines each week. He is known around the league as the kid from Putnam Valley with that crazy spin move. Ricky received all section and all league honors this year for all of those accomplishments. Congratulations, Ricky.
Congratulations to all of our football players. For boys soccer, our scholar athletes included Leo Ferreira, Brian Jimenez, Atticus Lee, Anthony Loha, Eswar Ordonez, Andrew Pulla, Connor West, and Logan Perelson. Unfortunately, many of them are away at a clinic tournament tonight, so we will be missing many of them. Oh, we got one more. Excellent. Our all-league selection from the boys soccer team, Miguel Diaz, unfortunately was not able to make it tonight. So with that, Miguel. Found him. All-league. And with that, I'd like to call up Coach Tim Weir to present the Rising Star and MVP awards.
Good evening, everybody. Our rising star, unfortunately, his junior year, he lost most of the season because of an injury, but his talents are off the charts, and he's come back with the dedication to just do everything he can to help this team win next season. Tremendous job this season. Essie Ordonez. Our team MVP, what else can I say about this guy? He made over 275 saves as a goalie this season. And in soccer, that's unheard of. His work ethic, his leadership abilities have really grown since his freshman year. He's just done a tremendous job both on and off the field, and his leadership, even in the offseason this year, has been off the charts. Congratulations, Miguel Diaz.
From girls soccer, our scholar athletes included Mia Borchik, Giovanna Cartadegue, Peyton Ferraguzzi, Gianna Gottfried, Brianna Grancelli, Sarah Iza, Angie Morena Sosa, Emily Nielsen, Jessica Perubi, Taylor Rogers, Miranda Spizzato, and Brooke Van Valkenburg. Our all-league selections from girls soccer, Giovanna Cartadegue and Emily Nielsen. League. Unfortunately, Coach Ryan couldn't be with us tonight, but she did leave me some information about their Rising Star and MVP. Mia Borchik is without a doubt our team's Rising Star. Her skill set has grown greatly from last season, and she's heavily contributed as a co-captain. I can only imagine the impact she will have during her remaining 2 years at Putnam Valley. Congratulations and much love, Coach Ryan. From Coach Ryan. Gigi is incredibly deserving of the Team MVP award. It's been amazing to watch her progress, not only as a student athlete, but as a leader. She's one of the most skilled, driven, and dedicated soccer players that PV has been lucky to have these past few years. It's an understatement to say the program will not be the same without her. Congratulations. Moving on to girls swim. Girls swim is our first merged sport that we're going to talk to tonight. And that means that our team, our school district is combined with another, in this case Mayapack, to form one collaborative effort. It's very difficult to have a merged team, as I'm sure you can imagine. We have things like transportation issues, practice issues, all sorts of time constraints, and these girls really go above and beyond to make it happen, to pursue their passion. So I'm very, very, very honored to announce our Scholar athletes, Jaden Donahue and Elizabeth Newth. And from girls swim this fall, our all-league honorees were Catherine Cartagena and Elizabeth Newth. And with that, I'd like to invite Coach Erica Berlensky to the stage to say a few words about our rising stars and MVPs. I take it back. Coach wasn't able to make it, but I'm willing to say a few words. The rising star for girls swim has impressed me since the day I first set foot in Putnam Valley. Catherine Cartagena came into my office on my second or third day here and said, how can we help grow girls swimming? She's been a great ambassador. She's been growing as a leader and growing as an athlete, and I'm proud to award her the Rising Star Award. And of course, with that said, we wouldn't have a swim team here at Putnam Valley if it wasn't for our MVP. Jaden Donahue has been the advocate for Putnam Valley swimming, reaching out to girls, holding interest meetings, and making sure everybody was aware that we, in fact, did have a team and that we practice at Lakeland Copper Beach. It's my pleasure to award the MVP award to Jaden Donahue. Next up, our girls volleyball program. Again, another team that earned the Scholar Athlete Team designation, with over 75% of the athletes on the team earning Scholar Athlete recognition. Our Scholar athletes included Rachel Berdicia, Marieva Carducci, Eva DeCent, Olivia Dobra, Simone Gabriel, Alyssa Gambichler, Abby Hausgen, Faith Marrero, Izzy Picard, and Kaylee Ann Robertson. And for our all-league honorees, Eva DeCent, Olivia Dobra, Simone Gabriel, Gabrielle Rodriguez, and Aliciana Rukaj. And at this time, I'd like to invite up Coach Nicole Scavelli to present the Rising Star and Most Valuable Player Awards.
Okay. So for my Rising Star is Isabel Picard. So similar to every other coach, before the season began, I started to think about the team. Who is returning? What spots need to be filled? My defense was solid. My setting was not an issue. But my front row, we were just about there. Over the summer, I had many of the girls talking to me about this incoming freshman, how she's over 6 feet tall and she played on this national travel team. To be honest, I was a bit skeptical, given she was still a freshman, and most of my returning players were highly experienced seniors with strong personalities. But when Izzy walked into the gym on the first day of tryouts, she blew me and most of her teammates away, not only with her level of play, but her mental toughness and maturity. She easily became our missing piece and seamlessly fit in with her teammates. Izzy had the confidence and the ability of an experienced athlete. Numerous coaches would ask me about Izzy, and when I said she was a freshman, at first they were thoroughly impressed, and then they were upset that they would then have to face her for the next 3 seasons. Izzy finished the season first on the team in blocks and third in kills, easily becoming one of the most dominant freshmen in all of Section 1. Unfortunately, she can't be here tonight because she's actually at her national team training, so she's playing in the national championship over the summer. So unfortunately, she won't be here, but we'll take it from her. Okay. So picking an MVP on a team as dominant as I had was pretty hard. We were Briarcliff tournament champions, not dropping a single set. We finished the regular season 16-1, only falling to Lakeland, who ended up being Class A champions. We were undefeated league champs for the first time ever. We swept our quarterfinal and semifinal matches, making it to sectional finals for the first time ever. We faced volleyball powerhouse and eventual state champions Hen Hud, who did not drop a single set all season long to a Section 1 team. But we were the only team they faced that put up a match point against them. And we not only did it once, but we did it 3 times, pushing the first set to 30-28. We finished the season 18-2 and finished the 4th ranked team in all of Section 1. So to have a season as successful as I did, I think it's safe to say we had a lot of MVPs. So for this award, I thought about who was the player I relied on the most, the one who could do it all. She could set, play defense, block, hit, a consistent server with excellent volleyball IQ, and that player was Gabby Rodriguez. When Gabby and I started this journey 3 years ago, I think it would be fair to say we did not see eye to eye. But I saw something in her I don't often see in many players, and I am so glad that I pushed her the way I did. She quickly became one of the most well-rounded and greatest volleyball players I have ever had the opportunity to coach. I'm going to blame it on the hormones, but it's fine. This season, Gabby became the second player in PV history to surpass 1,000 career assists, and she is now the single-season assist record holder at 637. She was second on the team in digs and second on the team in aces. Following the high school season, Gabby went on to her travel team, where she became a libero for the first time in her career, and she continued to outshine my expectations. God, I'm sorry. Though it kills me you're not playing volleyball in college, given the number of college coaches that saw just how great you are, not only as a setter, but also as a DS, I know that if you treat your future the way that you've treated this sport, you will be highly successful. Congratulations.
Congratulations to our whole volleyball team. Now at this time, I'd like to recognize a few of our athletes from the fall who earned that elusive all-section honor. From game day cheer, Adriana Rouse. From field hockey, Ava Harmon. From football, Ricky Meister. And from volleyball, Simone Gabriel, Gabrielle Rodriguez, and Aliciana Rukaj. And before we move on to the winter, I do want to recognize one of our major accomplishments from the fall, and that was the Game Day Cheerleading Section 1 championship that we earned. If we could have the entire Game Day Cheerleading team up to the stage, please, for our banner reveal. Coaches, you too. We get very big banners. Let's give it up one more time for all of our fall athletes. So heading into the winter, we experienced one of our most successful winter athletic seasons in history. All of our varsity programs qualified for the Section 1 playoffs. From wrestling, Eswar Ordonez was our Section 1 champion and an 8th place finish in New York State Championships. And Joan Demetrius took a 4th place finish at the New York State Women's Championships. From girls basketball, they were the league champions, the Section 1 champions, the regional champions, and your New York State finalists. And Eva DeChent capped off the season, scoring her 2,000th point and being named Miss Basketball, the Class B State Player of the Year. From boys swimming, Gabriel Rizwicki was a Section 1 champion in the 50-yard freestyle and earned a New York State bronze medalist and All-American consideration. And last but certainly not least, our cheerleading team carrying into the competitive season earned yet another Section 1 championship and ultimately capped off the year with a state bronze medal. So we're going to start the winter season with indoor track. Our scholar athletes: Massimo Cartatagwe, Dennis Crowell, Jonathan DeReyes, Michael Fitzmaurice, Zachary Fitzmaurice, Gabriel Girardi, Atticus Lee, Brandon Loha, Alexander Yagnetinsky, Faith Caravone, Julia DeMichael, Abby Hausgen, Lillian Johnson, and Gabriella Randazzo. And while she couldn't be here today, Faith Caravone was also our All-League honoree. I'd like to invite back up to the stage Coach Suzanne Sawyer to present the Rising Star and Most Valuable Player Awards for indoor track and field.
Although I believe she cannot be here tonight. Abby Hausgen is our rising star for the girls for indoor track and field. As a sophomore, Abby broke the school record for the 300 meter and got personal records in both the 300 and the 600. Abby shaved 7 seconds off of her time in the 600 from her very first race ever doing it at the beginning of the season to her last race at the end of the season. So let's hear it for Abby, even though she's not here. Gabby Randazzo is our MVP for indoor track for the girls. Sometimes an athlete excels at one event or maybe even a whole range of events like middle distance or sprints or long distance. But very, very rarely does someone have the ability to make state qualifiers for all events ranging from the 300 up to 3,000 meters. Gabby Randazzo did just that. Well, she qualified for the 300, the 600, the 1,000, the 1,500, and the 3,000 meters. She strategically chose to run the 1,500 meter and came in 5th in a very talented group of competitors at state qualifiers, while also breaking the school record with a time of 5 minutes, 0.09 seconds. Gabby topped the all-county list in the 1,000 meters and placed first in 1,000 meters at the county championship. She placed second in the 600 at counties. She placed third at leagues in both the 600 and the 3,000, while placing second in the 1,000 meters that same day. She now holds the school record for the 600, the 1,000, and the 1,500 meters for indoor track. Okay. Our rising star for the boys for indoor track is also not here right now, but I'll speak about him anyway. It's Demoy Barker. Demoy Barker threw the shot put just shy of 40 feet during the indoor season. This was almost 10 feet farther than he had thrown it in the indoor season the year before. That's a very, very big accomplishment. He was our county champion in shot put and came in second in the county for weight throw. He also holds the school record for weight throw and for indoor shot put. Michael Leone is our MVP for the boys for indoor track. Michael set the school record in the 55 meters this season with an impressive time of 6.87 seconds. Michael qualified for state qualifiers in the 55 meter and got a personal record in the 300 meter.
As we move on to wrestling, I just want to say, as a former high school and collegiate wrestler myself, this was one of the most impressive wrestling years that I've ever had the pleasure of witnessing. Not only did our team come 1 point away from winning its first league title in years, but we had 5 section finalists, which is almost unheard of. To start with our scholar athletes, we have Nicholas DeMichael, Alexander Getzai, Christian Nolan, Eswar Ordonez, and Taylor Rogers. Our all-league recipients for wrestling were Nick DeMichael, Nick Panessa, Eswar Ordonez, Alex Getzai, and Jaden Tesher. And although Coach Carano couldn't be with us tonight, he did leave us everything we need to know about our rising star and MVP. The rising star of the wrestling team was a 9th grader coming into his 2nd year on varsity. He entered the Section 1 tournament unseeded, but fought his way to the finals and ended with a Section silver medal. Our rising star from wrestling this year, Nick Panessa. Our most valuable player battled his way through the section tournament and wrestled incredibly hard at states. He ended up with an all-state finish in his first trip up to Albany, and we look forward to seeing him back next year. Please make a round of applause. Most valuable player, Eswar Ordonez. Moving on to boys basketball. Our scholar athletes, James Apostolico, Angelo Brescia, John Chekai, Theodore Gannon, Vito Gianelli, Rory McGinty, Jack Moriarty, Ryan Moriarty, and Leland Petrish. And as we take our picture, I'd like to announce our all-league recipients, James Apostolico and Sean Holtzman. And at this time, I'd like to welcome up our boys basketball coaches, J.D. Apostolico and Al Morales.
Thank you, Coach. Good evening, everyone. It's nice to see a packed audience here for the very first time. Congratulations to you for putting this together. We have to extend some apologies. Those of you that know Coach Al Morales, our head basketball coach, we had a very, very strenuous weekend. We were up in Boston for the Zero Gravity National Championships. We made it all the way to the Final Four. Couldn't pull it off, but it was a weekend of intense coaching. Because of that, Coach Al, believe it or not, and I can have him talking to the mic, lost his voice. Would you like to say something, Squeaky? No? Okay. So he asked me to narrate, and we are going to talk about our rising star. Our rising star for our boys basketball program is a young man who has demonstrated a tremendous amount of talent, potential, and has played varsity basketball since 9th grade. He demonstrates true character, discipline, and integrity both on and off the court and in the classroom. He's an all-league player as well as all-scholar student. He is the heart and soul of our future and will be our only returning starter from a team that came in second in our league in the last 2 seasons. We will rely heavily on him for true leadership as we continue to grow and excel. Our 2022-23 Putnam Valley High School basketball rising star goes to none other than James Apostolico. Most valuable player. Our most valuable player goes to a young man who has been a varsity player for 3 years. He has led us in scoring and rebounding. He has been our focal point on our Putnam Valley AAU travel team as well. Should have seen him play this weekend. It was pretty incredible. He's an all-league and all-section player. He is a 6'5" wing guard and will take his talents to Purchase College this fall, where he will continue to learn and grow as a collegiate player both on and off the court. On behalf of our coaching staff, we wish him nothing but the absolute best as he creates his path to success. Our 2022-23 Putnam Valley High School Most Valuable Player goes to none other than Sean Holzman. Notice Apple didn't come over and hug us.
I think all of you are too tall. From girls basketball, another Scholar Athlete team. Our Scholar Athletes were Rachel Berdicia, Maggie Caputo, Mary Ava Carducci, Eva DeCent, Brianna Foodie, Simone Gabriel, Ava Harmon, Sophia Hatfield, Jessica Perubi, Nina Parati Nigra, and Sophia Randazzo. Our all-league recipients, Eva DeCent, Brianna Foodie, Nai Torres, and Yona Kabashi. Yeah, Eva. And at this time, I'd like to welcome up Coach Cyan Scarduzio to say a few words about our rising star and most valuable player.
So, unfortunately, our rising star, Nai Torres, couldn't be here tonight, but Nai received all league and all section honors this year, averaging 13 points and 4 steals per game. During big moments and much throughout the season, Nai stepped up to help her team be successful and go on a state championship run. During a phenomenal state semifinal game, Nai put together 26 points and 4 steals in an effort to beat Albany Academy and get to the state final game. Nai puts in work outside of practice and is dedicated to her AAU team and always in the gym shooting around or working on her skills. Not only has Nai shown that she can contribute on the offensive side and hit big shots in big moments, but she is also a force on defense, especially with her quick hands and instincts, making it hard for other players to get past her. Unless, of course, she gets 3 fouls in the first quarter. She's next to me on the bench. But we'll work on that for this upcoming season. Nai is a dedicated teammate and wants to see herself and her teammates do their best. She is a team player, a competitor, and loves the game of basketball more than most. Nai has been a member of the varsity team for several years and is on track to hit her 1,000th point next year. I know she will continue to rise above, and we are all in for a treat to see what amazing things she will do in her senior season. Keep working hard and striving to do the best you can, both on and off the court. Congratulations to Nai Torres. Next up, we have our MVP. This is no surprise, Eva DeCent. What many people don't know about Eva is how hard she works and how dedicated she is to the game of basketball. Eva is an athlete that many, all, should look up to. Eva is the athlete that stays after practice to shoot for hours, has 4 or 5 workouts a day, and is never wanting to leave the gym. This year, Eva scored her 2,000th point, which is close to being impossible. She is one of the few athletes from Section 1 to ever do that. Eva ended her career with 2,267 points, 860 rebounds, 500 assists, and 501 steals. Eva has collected many awards over the years. She was named All-Section for 4 years, and this year she was named State Player of the Year, Low HUD Class B Player of the Year, and Miss Basketball. Eva has had a lot of pressure on her, but not once has she ever shown it, except for maybe her 2,000-point game. I think she was a little bit nervous, even though she doesn't want to admit it. Eva continues to impress everyone that has come to watch her. She led her team to the state championship game and became a true leader and teammate this year. Eva holds the record at PV for most points scored in a career and a single game. Eva is leaving a lasting impact on Putnam Valley girls basketball. Every future player will walk into our gym and know who Eva Deschent is, and will probably say, wow, I want to be just like her on the court one day. Watching Eva grow into the athlete and person she is today has become a true honor. We will miss her, but we can't wait to see her continued success at URI. Thanks for everything you have done for this program, and continue to work hard and shine. One last time, MVP Eva Deschent.
Heading back to cheerleading. Our Winter Scholar athletes, Gabriela Alvarez, Maria Aguirre, Kylie Bowe, Gabriela Brindisi, Eliana Bracolo, Gianna Gottfried, Mia Maroulis, and Adriana Rouse. And our all-league selections from competitive cheer: Gabriela Alvarez, Victoria Galazzo, Mia Maroulis, and Adriana Rouse. And please welcome back to the stage Coach Kelly Wilson and Nicole Dodona.
During this winter season, this cheerleader was pushing herself to learn new skills. She was so determined that she would stay onto that mat all day and work on her tumbling if we would let her. She has a high drive and passion for cheerleading. She stepped out of her comfort zone this year and tried out for all league and all section, which she said she could never do in the past. This girl eats, sleeps, and breathes cheer. The Rising Star Award goes to Mia Maroulis. The recipient for the most valuable player for the winter season is going to an athlete who has been part of the Putnam Valley Varsity cheer program since 7th grade for both fall and winter season. She helped earn the team 5 section title wins. She has also received all league and all section every season. During her cheer career, she has earned 12 all section titles. She has also received a scholarship for being the top scoring athlete at an all-section tryout in 2022. She outscored 200 other cheerleaders from Section 1. I have had the pleasure of coaching her for the past 6 years and watching her grow up and become one of the most talented cheerleaders to graduate from Putnam Valley High School. The Most Valuable Player Award goes to Adriana Rouse.
Gymnastics, another team that we have merged. It's a large team, but we only have one representative there. She was a scholar athlete, Isabella Albano. Congratulations. Moving to boys swim, another team that we're merged with. With Lakeland and Panis, we do our best job to get our swimmers there, and they've done a phenomenal job contributing to the team. Our scholar athletes, David Barbulet, Griffin Brown, Jack Gilhooly, Anthony Marinelli, Matthew Merdita, and Gabriel Rizwicki. And don't go too far because our all-league recipient from boys swim, Gabriel Rizwicki. And now to present the awards for Rising Star and Most Valuable Player, all the way from Lakeland Panis, Coach Patrick Connolly.
So this year's Rising Star goes to David Barbulet. David has been a member of the Rebels varsity swim team for 3 seasons. This season he was selected as one of the team captains for a multitude of reasons. He is a natural leader, caring, determined, mature, and an overall positive person. In his junior season, he qualified for sectionals in the 100 backstroke and finished in 21st place in the section. As a year-round swimmer, David can excel in any event we put him in. We are graduating 14 seniors this season, so David's leadership and talents in the water will be something we lean on next year. We look forward to seeing David grow and compete in his senior season. Congrats on this recognition. And now for our MVP, or we call it our MVS award. So Gabe was selected as the honor of our MVP, or in our case, MVS award, not only for his abilities in the pool, but for everything he did for the team. Gabe is the type of athlete every coach dreams of, and the type of teammate every athlete looks for when joining a team. He makes others feel special and welcome. He has a unique ability to find ways to motivate others and get the best out of a person. Gabe's positive outlook, energy, and overall presence helped to set up our team for success. Gabe is a phenomenal swimmer and is easily one of the best all-around swimmers this program and section has ever had. He worked for all that he achieved, and boy, has he achieved a lot. Gabe was a 6-year member of the varsity swim team. He was a captain for 3 seasons. He has earned the honor of all-league 4 times, all-section 3 times, and is a 3-time state qualifier. He'll wrap up his career as a record holder in 5 events, 4 individual and 1 relay. Gabe is a fierce competitor, willing to take on any challenge. In the dual meet season this year, he finished in first place in every individual race he competed in, which is quite a feat when you consider we are in the strongest section in the state. As the anchor to our relays, he always gave us a fighting chance and often delivered on first place finishes. He played a huge role in why our relay team qualified for states. This season at the New York State Championship, he finished in 7th place in the 100-yard freestyle and 3rd in the 50-yard freestyle. Gabe achieved the amazing honor of All-American consideration in the 50-yard freestyle with a time of 20:86, something that I believe has never been accomplished by a Rebel in the history of our program. The manner in which he led and encouraged his teammates is something I'll forever remember. We will truly miss you next year, but your effect on our program and your teammates will be passed on to future generations of Rebel swimmers. Enjoy school and swimming at Tampa, and take in all the next phase of life has to offer. Congrats on this award.
Last but certainly not least, our final merged team from the winter season, boys ice hockey. Again, we have a small selection of our Putnam Valley athletes that compete with Lakeland and Panis. And this season we had 2 scholar athletes, Nate Garofalo and Giovanni Cabelli. At this time, I'd like to call up all of our winter all-section athletes. From wrestling, Nick DeMichael, Nick Panessa, Eswar Ordonez, Alex Getzai, Jaden Tesher. From boys basketball, Sean Holtzman. Girls basketball, Eva DeChent and Nye Torres. Cheerleading, Gabriela Alvarez and Adriana Rouse. And from boys swim, Gabriel Rizwicki. And as we organize for their picture, I'd like to call once again to the stage our Putnam Valley competitive cheer team to unveil their Section 1 championship banner. I'd also like to invite up to unveil their banner, the Winter Girls basketball team. Congratulations to all of our winter athletes. We followed up our memorable winter season with just as memorable of a spring season. Again, all of our varsity programs qualified for the Section 1 playoffs. From golf, Jackson Weller was named to the top golfers to watch list. In track and field, our boys team was league champions. Miguel Diaz won a section championship in triple jump and javelin, and Julia DeMichael was a section champion in the pentathlon. We can clap for that, for sure. In girls lacrosse, Ava Harmon scored her 100th goal, and Angie Morena Sosa registered 101 saves. And in softball, where we welcome athletes from Haldane to play with us, Callie Sniffen broke the Haldane and Putnam Valley record for home runs with 12 of them and was named the Conference 3 League D Player of the Year, and Coach Finn Smith was named the Conference 3 League D Coach of the Year. So to start with our golfers, we had a number of scholar athletes on our team, including Spencer Brown, James Carlson, Anthony Marinelli, Joshua Marinelli, Jack Marinelli, Kyle Mello, Jack Moriarty, Joseph Santolo, Brandon Van Valkenburg, Jackson Weller, and Ava McGinty. And our all-league recipients from golf this spring, Jackson Weller and Rory McGinty. And please welcome to the stage one more time, Coach Ryan Elsasser.
For varsity golf, our rising star this year, you guys can stay up here, Rory McGinty. He's the varsity golf rising star this year. He has been a part of the program since, I believe, 7th grade, maybe 3rd, 4th. I feel like he's been around forever. He's continually risen up the line until he reached the number 2 spot. He has shown leadership skills and is someone that really cares about the program as a whole. This was his 2nd year as a team captain, and he has shown organization and leadership skills throughout both of those seasons. He finished the season as a strong number 2, and like they said, received all league honors. Congratulations, Rory. The MVP goes to Jackson Weller. Jackson is the varsity MVP for many reasons. He demonstrated a commitment to the game outside of the season for the past few years and dramatically improved his level of play. He was recognized by the county as a top golfer to watch this past year and was our number 1 all year. He is a leader on the course and at the range is always willing to pass on tips and suggestions to his teammates. His competitive drive and passion for the game shines through every time he's out on the course. Jackson won nearly all of his matches this season as a freshman and received all league honors from the section. Jackson Weller, like his older brother Alex was, got you, Alex, will continue to be well known around the section the next 3 years. Congratulations, Jackson.
Moving to baseball, our scholar athletes, John Constantino, David DeLappy, Michael Mortorano, Richard Meister, James Stanford, Hudson Speranza, Michael Venezia, and Dylan Watson. And our all-league recipients from baseball, Dylan Watson, Richard Meister, James Sanford, and Ryan Moriarty. And at this time, please welcome Coach John McManus to the stage.
Thank you, Mr. K. I'll invite Rick and Dylan, come on over. I just want to say I can't think of a better way to spend your time after school than playing the sport you love with your friends, and I think these two guys right here really take that to heart. And I feel like a lot of the burden of community pride and spirit falls on athletics. I just want to thank these two for carrying that burden and for letting me be a part of it, so thank you two very much. We'll start with Ricky Meister, our rising star. Give it up for Rick. Ricky had an outstanding year on the field, leading nearly every offensive category on our team at some point in the season. His home run and RBI numbers even made it onto the state leaderboards by the end of the year. His progress as an outfielder has him tracking down fly balls that really nobody in the section can get to. Even though Rick does claim he is a shortstop, his play in center field would speak otherwise. I'll take some credit for that, but anyway, Rick's doing all the heavy lifting. I'm most impressed with Ricky's leadership potential, and I'll use this opportunity publicly to beg him to let that shine. There's just something about Ricky, those of you who are around him and our baseball guys and his friends, wherever Ricky goes, people will follow him. They want to be like him. They want to do what he does. I know that Rick is exactly the role model that the baseball program needs going forward to take these guys to the next level. So just congratulations again, rising star Ricky Meister. All right, our most valuable player, give it up for Dylan Watson. Dylan served as our pitching ace this year. If he was on the mound, there was pretty much no doubt that we would leave the field with a win, and it's amazing just to see the team rally around that when they knew Dylan was pitching. He threw nearly 70 strikeouts, and those were matched by leading offensive numbers as well, so a contributor all across the field. His intangibles, however, are just as strong and possibly even more impressive. I'd be a fool to search for somebody with more heart and love for the game of baseball than Dylan. My title is coach and not baseball expert, and I'm proud to say that I've learned so much from working with Dylan over the last few years. What makes me even more proud is the compassion and effort that Dylan displays when working with his teammates. Dylan placed his teammates over himself and would work tirelessly to ensure that everybody was getting better each and every day. I'm happy to share that Dylan will be attending RPI, where he will continue playing baseball while pursuing an engineering degree. Not sure who would want to be an engineer, but congratulations and good luck, buddy. Give it up for these guys again.
Next up, softball. I'd like to invite our scholar athletes to the stage: Ava Braccolo, Maggie Caputo, Grace Driscoll, Caitlin Flanagan, Kaylee Rund, Maggie Sampson, Mary Mickelson, and Callie Sniffen. shortcut. I'd also like to invite our all-league recipients to the stage. Kylie Recupio, Maggie Sampson, Maggie Caputo, Mary Mickelson, Callie Sniffen, and Caitlin Flanagan. And at this time, please welcome Coach Rena Finsmith to the stage.
Just before I start, I just want to congratulate Tommy and the PV field hockey team back there. Some of those kids were the first group that I ever coached, so it's nice to see you guys, and congratulations. All right, a lot of you guys know me as Finny. Kaylee Runn, she is our rising star. Kaylee is an 8th grader who stepped into a key varsity position at catcher. Watching Kaylee at winter workouts, we knew that she would have an impact for our team this season. We just didn't know that her impact would be immediate. When she first got around the team, she was a bit shy, but she started to become more vocal and confident as the season went on. She made some crucial tags at the plate to get runners who constantly tested Caitlin Flanagan's arm. Kaylee did it twice in the opening round of sectionals. She also got 1 of 3 hits in our quarterfinal game. We look forward to seeing what Kaylee can do over the next 4 years. Congratulations, Kaylee. Next up, our MVP is Mary McOlson. Mary's high school career was anything but normal. Mary has been on varsity since 7th grade. However, due to the pandemic and Haldane not being able to field a team, she missed 2 of those years. I know the team and coaches are so happy that the merger with Haldane happened. Mary brought our team and program to new heights. Her work ethic, drive, and passion for the game of softball has made an everlasting impact on her teammates and our program. Mary played this entire season with a torn ligament in her throwing hand. She had to learn how to throw and hit with her last 2 fingers taped together. She not only did well, but she excelled. I feel so lucky to have gotten this opportunity to coach Mary, and that she and the girls have made lifelong friendships with each other. We all wish Mary the very best as she will take her talents to the D1 level at Siena College. Congratulations, Mary.
I don't think I've ever seen Coach Finn move that fast. Next up, we're going to talk boys lacrosse. Our scholar athletes, Tommy Cunningham, Chris DiGiorgio, Alex Getzai, Caden Glenn, Andrew Grippo, Nicholas Grippo, Logan Porteous, and Dylan Tucker. Well deserved. As you prepare for the picture, don't go too far, because our all-league recipients this spring were Chris DiGiorgio, Alex Getzai, and Andrew Grippo. At this time, I'd like to invite our coaches, Coach Tim Weir and Coach Brian O'Gorman, to the stage to present the Rising Star and Most Valuable Player Award.
I also would like to congratulate the field hockey team and Tommy Hirsch. I've known Tommy even before his days at Putnam Valley. Congratulations to you guys. Well deserved. Our rising star is, we have a lot of rising stars because we are a very young team, but this individual, just tremendous work ethic, only been playing lacrosse for a couple years, scored 21 goals for us this year, made some very key plays and key situations for us, so I want to congratulate Caden Glenn. All right, our team MVP. This individual, over the past 3 seasons, has just gotten better and better. As a freshman, he didn't get a lot of time. As a sophomore, he got a little better, and it's kind of his junior year, he kind of took off for us. One of our co-captains, he had 32 goals, 13 assists, and 97 ground balls. But it wasn't that part that was so impressive. It was the part where if you said, Chris, can you do this? He would say yes. Can you do this? He would say yes. Coach, I'm tired, but I'm going to stay on the field. Tremendous individual, tremendous leader, and a tremendous person, Chris DiGiorgio.
From girls lacrosse, another scholar athlete team, we have Mia Borchik, Mary Ava Carducci, Faith Caravone, Isabella Coletti, Lily Cottrell, Kayla Francis, Brianna Grancelli, Ava Hartman, Lily Heiler, Madeline Longden, Angie Morena Sosa, Emily Nielsen, and Taylor Rogers, our scholar athletes. And our all-league recipients from girls lacrosse, Ava Harmon and Ella Wendell. And at this time, please welcome Coach Amanda Vasta to the stage.
Hello, everyone. The Rising Star goes to 8th grader Isabella Coletti. So, it can be definitely intimidating, coming on a varsity team, playing with, older athletes, but you came out here, you were such a tremendous player this year. She was a significant player, playing midfield, helping us on defense and offense. She was always there, all over the field. She'd be all the way down at the goal line extended, and then I see her right in front of me. So she was all over. She's a key player on the field. I see many accomplishments to come as she rises in her lacrosse career. Congratulations. Our MVP goes to Ava Harmon. So, lacrosse, especially girls lacrosse, it takes a lot of speed and finesse. And, the girls aren't as padded like the boys. So, we can get hit. Ava would come off bleeding, and she'd be like, I'm good. Can you, wrap me back up? I will get back out there. So she just came with this sort of talent. She competes. She has this determination, to win. She has so much grit. She helped us on midfield, and then later, I moved her on to attack, and she was able to drive to cage with power and confidence. And I'm so proud of your accomplishments, and I'm looking forward to seeing you grow even further during your senior year. So congratulations, Ava.
And believe it or not, we're back to track and field. Starting with boys track, our scholar athletes, Massimo Cartague, Dennis Crowell, Nicholas DeMichael, Jonathan DeReyes, Timothy Egan's, Michael Fitzmaurice, Zachary Fitzmaurice, Charles Garcia, Gabriel Girardi, Brian Jimenez, Joshua Leal, Atticus Lee, Nolan Lee, Brandon Loha, Marcos Oliveira, Jonathan Patterson, Connor West, and Alexander Yagnatinsky. And while they prepare for their first picture, our all-league recipients, Jonathan Patterson, Nicholas DeMichael, Michael Fitzmaurice, Zachary Fitzmaurice, Dennis Crowell, Atticus Lee, Demoy Barker, Miguel Diaz, Michael Leone, and Edward Bradley. Congratulations. And as we transition to our all-league pictures, please welcome back to the stage Coach Suzanne Sawyer and Tony Rush.
So, our boys' Rising Star Award goes to Anthony Solovyov. Anthony was our rising star this spring. He took 37 seconds off his 1,600-meter time over the course of the season. His dedication is clear, showing up ready to run every day, and this kid can run. No matter the distance we told him to run, he would want to run more. He worked tirelessly every day to be the best runner he could be. Congratulations, Anthony.
Our MVP for outdoor track and field is Michael Leone. Michael is not only lightning fast, but an example of sportsmanship and responsibility. Michael had a personal record in the 100 meters with a time of 11.54 seconds and acted as the anchor for our 4x100 meter team. He was always helping other students in the weight room and on the track. MVP Michael Leone.
Just when you thought we were done with track and field, there's another one. Girls track and field, a scholar athlete team. Our scholar athletes, Gabriela Alvarez, Julia DeMichael, Sierra Gabriel, Abby Hausgen, Adrian Jeunesse, Kate Nielsen, and Gabriela Randazzo. Our all-league recipients for girls track and field, Adrian Jeunesse, Abby Hausgen, Julia DeMichael, Kate Nielsen, Sierra Gabriel, and Gabriela Alvarez. And one last time, Coach Suzanne Sawyer and Tony Rush.
Our Rising Star Award goes to Kate Nielsen. In Kate's first season of track, she made it to the state qualifiers for the 100, 200, and 4x1 relay. She placed second at leagues in the 100, and as the lead leg of the girls 4x1, she was part of the runner-up 4x1 relay team for sectionals and the winning team at leagues. Congratulations, Kate.
This will probably come as a surprise to no one. Our MVP for girls outdoor track and field is Gabby Randazzo. While Gabby's last spring season was tragically cut short by an injury, as is evidenced by the crutches, she was well on her way to her best season yet. Even though she only got to run 5 races in the outdoor season, she still ranked 7th in Class 1 Section C. With 11 running seasons and multiple school records under her belt, she has left an indelible mark on our running program. We are very much looking forward to her career as a Division I cross-country and track star at St. Bonaventure.
And for the last time tonight, I'd like to call our spring all-section athletes to the stage. Dylan Watson, Ricky Meister, Callie Sniffen, and Krista Giorgio. Now, it should be noted that the track and field official ratings have not come out yet, so we're not quite sure which of our track athletes earned all-section honors, but we're going to give them a round of applause anyway. And with that, congratulations to all of our 2022-23 student athletes. Before we begin our Hall of Fame induction, I do want to speak about one special award that we have that we're going to present before we get started. The 2023 Putnam Valley Athletics Founders Award for Distinguished Service and Leadership in Athletics. Please welcome Mr. Pat Bellino to the stage.
Good evening. First, I'd like to say a couple of words. I'd like to thank Dave, again, like JD did, for putting this all together. We tried to do this for a number of years. We finally got it going, and it's all because of him. So. The other note that I'd like to make mention of is I'd like to congratulate my friend for over 50 years, one of my Bronx neighborhood boys, Tommy Hirsch, on the initial induction into the Hall of Fame. And to his wife, Laura, because without her, he wouldn't be able to do this. So again, congratulations. As Dave mentioned, we're putting together this PV Athletics Founders Award. This award is established in recognition of outstanding service to our children, youth, and community. It is meant to celebrate the long-time achievements and dedication of the recipient to our athletic program. It gives me great pleasure to present this award to my dear friend, Mr. Bill Conway. Bill served this community for over 30 years in the role as a physical education teacher, although I think he preferred the words gym teacher, right up to his years as our athletic director. Bill is responsible for building our athletic programs from scratch. When the dream of a high school was coming to fruition, he made sure to hire the best coaches that were first and foremost great teachers. Some of them are here tonight. It is through Bill's dedication to our athletes that Putnam Valley has an identity of sports excellence that our community can be proud of. It is through Bill's dedication and vision that we were first in our area to have a turf field and the outstanding facility appropriately named in his honor. I can tell you that any athlete that came through our system, from intramurals to varsity sports, has benefited from Bill's dedication to making Putnam Valley the best it can be. When I think of Bill, one of my favorite quotes comes to mind. It's not when you leave this world behind you, it's what you leave behind when you go. Bill retired from the world of education, but he left us with the foundation of all these programs and successes of these athletes is his legacy. I will tell you that nobody deserves this award more than Mr. Bill Conroy. Please join me in thanking Bill for everything he's done for Putnam Valley.
Come on down, Bill. Mr. Bill Conroy, ladies and gentlemen.
Very brief, and those of you that know me, this is unusual. I was in the right place at the right time. That's how this all happened, the high school included. And the fellow who just gave me that nice speech, he's why you have your high school here.
One more time for Bill Conroy, the Founders Award recipient. And with that, we're going to begin our inaugural Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Being inducted into the Putnam Valley Hall of Fame speaks to the lifetime achievements of all those who have been nominated. Today, we're here to induct a select few. First is going to be Mr. Tommy Hirsch. Now, I can stand here and tell you of all the great things and all of the great stories I've heard about Mr. Hirsch, but I'd like to invite up somebody who is here and who lived them, our principal, Mr. Matt Mello.
How many of you ever thought you'd heard the words, our principal, Mr. Matt Mello? But I got to say, it truly is an honor to be here tonight, to be able to speak on behalf of Tommy Hirsch. First, I'd like to thank all of our high school athletes who put the time and dedication in, both in the classroom and out on the fields that they're on, or in the water, as in case of Gabe. It takes a lot to be an athlete in high school, and I think it takes even more these days with all the pressures that are being put on our athletics, programs from all different angles. So I really appreciate them for putting the time in and being who they are and accomplishing what they do. I look around the audience. There's so much Putnam Valley royalty in the audience tonight. It's really amazing to see. First I want to just say congratulations to Miss Tracy Parson and the girls field hockey team of 2005. Just amazing, long time in the coming. Great to see. It is a great honor for me to be able to speak about one of our inaugural inductees, Tommy Hirsch. I had the extreme pleasure of working with Tommy for 14 years in our athletic program. That working relationship quickly became an important friendship for me, as it did with many of the coaches and players at Putnam Valley. Tommy played a vital role in the success of the athletic programs for the first 2 decades at Putnam Valley High School. His time, dedication, and commitment were unrivaled and unwavering. Tommy was a union tiler before volunteering for us at the high school. His work is on display throughout New York City. On our long bus rides, he told me about being flown in the Trump helicopter to Atlantic City to work at the casinos. He also told me about laying miles of tile at LaGuardia Airport. It's always like moments that you don't really get with a lot of different people, but the hours of bus rides Tommy and I had together really gave me a lot of time to get to know him and his family. An accident would mean Tommy would not be able to return to his work. Through the foresight of Tommy's wife, Laura, Tommy was provided the opportunity to videotape. We're talking VHS tapes. I don't know if many of you remember VHS tapes, but that's what it was, these big clunky machines. But Tommy was videotaping his son's football and lacrosse games here at Putnam Valley. Tommy became so good at it and so dedicated that he was asked to tape all other sports as well. And while he concentrated on varsity sports, he would tape the JV and modified games whenever he had an opening in his schedule. And believe me, Tommy had a busy schedule going day to day, hour to hour to all these different events, sometimes multiple events in one day. Tommy did whatever he could to support any team and never pointed the camera back at himself. As Brian Cusman said, Tommy is the ultimate team player, always looking to see how he can make our lacrosse team better. And the best thing about Tommy is he never expected anything in return. To say he was the unsung hero of our lacrosse program is an understatement. But now Tommy is getting what he deserves. Congratulations on your induction. That was Brian Cusma. And I think Brian's in the back of the house somewhere. Bob Baker, sorry couldn't be here tonight, but states there is no one more deserving of this honor. Bob said, "He was my favorite person to sit next to on a bus ride before and after a game. Win or lose, he was a breath of fresh air. I always valued our conversations and look forward to hearing his insight." Bobby and I were talking just today about this, and he was like, there are other people you'd sit next to on a bus or talk to after a game, and they'd all be telling you like, "Oh, you should have done this. You could have done this. Why didn't this guy do this?" And Tommy would sit there and listen. Tommy would say, and I remember getting this from Tommy a lot. "Well, Matt, they're high school kids. That's just the way it goes." And that's true. It's so true. Bobby also said, Tommy valued work ethic, perseverance, and dedication, and he was a true model of each of those characteristics. He also controlled a mean camera. Congratulations, Tommy. Personally, I spent more time with Tommy during football and lacrosse season than I did with any player, any coach, or even my own family. We spent countless hours in the 80s office, on the practice fields, at games, and on buses. Tommy was my number one confidant. I don't know if you know this about Tommy, but he's a man of few words. You can tell him anything, and you don't have to worry about another soul knowing. Absolutely love that about Tommy. So glad there's probably a lot of people out there that would be upset if they knew what I told Tommy. Tommy was an integral part of every staff he was on. He attended off-season meetings, scouted sites, and lugged his camera equipment up rickety ladders and into every nook and cranny of every gym in Section 1. Do you remember Edgemont's tower there? It made all of us nervous. Edgemont, you would think that they could afford a much better, tower for a camera guy, but hopefully they've moved on. But Tommy, he climbed up there and videotaped all our games without saying a word. He helped bus drivers with routes to games and jumped at supporting every fundraiser any team was having. He even taught me how to lay tile at my own house. All the while Tommy never asked for anything in return. Athletic directors entrusted Tommy with keys to everything on the grounds of the middle school and high school. Brian Burrow shared this with me. "Tommy, I can't think of a more deserving person to be inducted into the Putnam Valley Hall of Fame in its inaugural class. When it comes to people that have had an impact on this program, no one else in this arena compared to the time, energy, and dedication you have put in for the students, coaches, parents, and community. When you retired from PV, I remember mentioning the keys, the lights, relaying information, filming every event, and the countless other things that you were known for. But most importantly, you were the staple. You were the historian. You were the familiar face. You are Putnam Valley Athletics. Your day in and day out commitment to the program has set an example for students and coaches for years to come. It makes me so happy to know that your legacy and what you have shared with so many people is now going to be shared forever in the Putnam Valley Athletic Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Tommy. Coaches would call Tommy at all hours of the day and night, on weekends, over the summer, to help solve a number of problems that arose in and around sporting venues. I remember summer league games where the lights would go out and be like, somebody get Tommy Hirsch over here. He's the only one that knows how to work the lights. And, Tommy living, and high fields, right, hop, skip, and jump, from the high school, would be over here in no time at the electrical boxes, making sure whoever was at the field was able to do what they needed to do. When Tommy retired from volunteering and moved with his wife to Pennsylvania to be closer to TJ and Jimmy, it's great seeing you guys here tonight, and his grandchildren, most of us had absolutely no clue how to run half the stuff that was here at Putnam Valley. There was a major learning curve. Throughout all this, Tommy never asked for anything in return, except for maybe a ride, to and from a game. Right, Coach Carano? You got to imagine, I don't know how many games Tommy Hirsch went to every year on buses. Everywhere, and the number one rule is, as a coach, you make sure all your men are on the bus. Well, that didn't happen one night, in one winter night in February for Tommy. The wrestling team, I think, went to Ossining, and I think, I can't remember the AD at the time, got a call that Tommy was still at Ossining, yet the team was back in Putnam Valley. I say this more to let you know, any chance I get, I need to take a dig at Coach Carano, because he, takes digs at me every year in class. But Coach Carano loved Tommy Hirsch. Wished he could be here tonight, but appreciated everything that he did, and is incredibly sorry for leaving the best man behind. Throughout all this, I never heard Tommy complain once. Maybe Laura heard at home, but we never heard here at school. Tommy did whatever he could do to support Putnam Valley. He didn't just video games, but reminded us that we were all here to witness the students, lay it all on the line in every sport, that our purpose here was to guide and support these kids. His presence stood not just as a cameraman, but someone observing the birth of a whole school community. His work helped countless teams and countless athletes succeed at high levels and get noticed by college coaches. If you know Tommy, you know he doesn't enjoy the spotlight. But Tommy owned this moment. You deserve it. You deserve every ounce of recognition and more. Thank you, Laura, TJ, Jimmy, and your extended families for giving the Putnam Valley Tigers a father, a brother, and a friend who are forever be immortalized as one of the greatest contributors to the success of Putnam Valley Athletics. Congratulations, Tommy Hirsch.
Well, I wish to start off by thanking Dave Kantrowitz and the nominating committee for this honor. I will make this short and sweet because I'm not much of a public speaker. In fact, I'm not much of a private speaker either. But I spent a lot of time spent with coaches, ADs, and the staff of the Putnam Valley Athletic Department. Thank you all for making me feel like I was part of the team. It meant the world to me. I started out here in 2001 as a hobby after my retirement. Filming my son's practices and games would eventually turn into an unofficial job. My volunteer position eventually required very short commutes, deadlines, and travel to all Section 1 and beyond. And I also had the best seat in the house. During that time, I got to film kids winning championships, work with local news, and represent our new little high school. I wouldn't have been able to do any of this if it wasn't for my wife, support and encouragement, Laura. Who was also present for the triumphs and growing moments throughout PVHS's earliest years. It was and is a pleasure being a part of the Putnam Valley history. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mr. Tommy Hirsch. Our next recipients, as you may have guessed, the 2005 state championship field hockey team. And yes, this is the least blurry picture we were able to find. To present this award, I'd like to call up their head coach, their leader. She's still coaching the team now. They were one game away from being back in the state tournament this year, Coach Tracy Parchin.
I do want to start off with a couple other thanks and congrats. Congratulations to all the athletes out there, student athletes, for a job well done this year. And I also want to thank Dave Kantrowitz for finally getting this going, the Hall of Fame this night. So thank you very much for doing that for everybody here. I'd also like to congratulate Bill Conroy, to me known as Mr. Conroy, because he was a phys ed teacher when I was in the junior high school here, and Tommy Hirsch. Thank you so much for all your time. And a couple people for me that, and I think for a lot of you out there, that also I think need some thanking is our current athletic trainer, Megan, for all she does for our student athletes here. She does a wonderful job. Our past athletic trainer, and I think she subs once in a while, but Andrea Bealey, also known as Dale, to the older girls, thank you. And one last thanks to Jerry Cohen, who was always there for the girls throughout everything, younger girls and our older girls. So thank you so much for all you all have done for us. Thank you. So I was very fortunate to be the coach of the 2005 field hockey team, along with Trish Heitman, my assistant at the time. So this night has been a long time coming. It is hard to believe that this was 18 years ago, which makes me feel super old. I am so excited and proud to be up here tonight to celebrate and honor the remarkable achievements of the 2005 field hockey team accomplishments. This team, composed of exceptional athletes, was filled with determination and excellence. Their journey was not defined by individual efforts, but by the collective efforts of the entire team. The team was not only dedicated to the game of field hockey, but they were dedicated to each other, which was a huge contributor to their success. They played with integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect, while leaving a lasting impression on the opponents, coaches, and officials. The team's story. During the 2004 season, Putnam Valley graduated a very talented and determined group of 11 athletes. With that being said, it was thought that the 2004 year was going to be the team that was going to move on. But unfortunately, they fell short to Rye in the sectional final game, and they were devastated. The team came back in 2005 with still a talented group of girls, but there were only 2 seniors, so they were very young. They ended the regular season with a great record of 12-2-2. The team went on to win the quarterfinals and semifinals, and were again going to be facing Rye in the sectional final game. Once again, Rye was a challenge, and it was a tough game, but Putnam Valley pulled through in the end and scored off a beautiful and well-executed corner for the win, and the rest was history. The team's journey continued onto the regionals and then to states, along with incredible community support from family members and friends. The fans were all unbelievable and enjoyed the ride just as much as the team, and it was a really special time. The team cruised to the semifinals with a shutout 5-0. The state final game was a much different scenario. The game was tied in the end and went into a double overtime, playing 7v7. Putnam Valley finally scored in the second 7v7 for the win for the New York State title. This group of girls came every day to practice with no complaint and got the job done. Even though there were no days off, rain or shine, and many days running sprints from the end line, it all paid off in the end, and was because the girls wanted to be the best that they could be, and that comes from your heart. It is not only a player's skill level that makes them the athlete that they are, it's their character, leadership, work ethic, which defines them as an athlete. The girls achieved a dream that not all athletes have had the opportunity to experience. I would like to personally thank the team for all the wonderful memories, hard work, and love for the sport of field hockey and for each other. May your legacy continue to inspire future generations to approach the game with a sense of fun, motivation, and a true passion for the sport we all love. Now I would like to take the time to congratulate the 2005 Putnam Valley Field Hockey Section 1 Class B state champs to the first ever Hall of Fame induction in the Putnam Valley history. Congratulations to
I'm going to call up all of our athletes one at a time. Coach Parchin's going to hand out the awards to our 2005 state championship field hockey team. Beverly Belladino. They're in alphabetical order starting here. Perry Berner. Tara Gleason. Caitlin Morgan Gleason. Kimberly Katsuk. Christine Kemp. Brittany Kinsley. Katie Kinsley. Nicole Lividini. Jalen Mayo. Katie Pastori. Megan McCrudden. Brittany Moran. Ashley Morgan. Tara O'Grady. Corey Serbe. Kelly Van Dier Beerdonk. Christina Walsh. Kelly Warning. And of course, Coach Tracy Parchin and Coach Trish Heitman. Congratulations. Now, I'd like to thank everybody for coming, for your support tonight of all of our student athletes, their families, our parents, our great staff, and especially our Hall of Fame inductees. And as you go, We'll leave you with this parting gift from the memorable 2005 state championship field hockey run.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. Something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Congratulations, everybody. Well deserved.